Hi and welcome everybody, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. Welcome to the replay if you're watching this after I've gone live. For those of you who are watching live, hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be using these colours here. They are the colours that have been issued on the Facebook group Stampin' Up Colour Challenge, I think it's called. Oh dear, I'll have to check what that's called. Some of you watching participate in that group. So every month they put up 5 colours, and that's kind of, I thought how wonderful and bright they were and thought it'd be fun to play with these. Then I was doing a little bit of Pinterest hopping on Sunday, and I have been looking at embroidery for my daughter because she's just at that age where she's learning to do a little bit. And I saw something on Pinterest that I really loved and thought, I wonder if we can try and emulate it a little bit with some stamps and kind of borrow a little bit of the technique that embroiderers would use to help with length of stitches and stuff like that, just to give a bit of a guideline. So I'm going to just share a little tip with you about that. So stay tuned. And what else was I going to say? I think that's it really. So Sunday afternoon, I just had some scrap grid paper and I thought I'd just have a quick little go. And I cut myself a template using a piece of backing board. Now, granted, this was cut out using a very old Sizzix die. It's this old circles die. There's like 4 circles that come in this die. But if you've got circle punches, circle dies, if all you have is, I don't know, something circular, draw around it and cut it out, that's fine. Do what you need to do. Or if you've got a protractor, whatever you want to use. Actually, to be honest, you could just draw around a circular object if needs be. It's just to give you a bit of an outline. I just found it easier to have something with circles cut out. Okay, and you will see why. So then I had a really fun time experimenting mainly with Beautiful Friendship, which is this stamp set here. And I know quite a few of you do have this one because you've told me. And I wouldn't mind having a play with some of these because these kind of remind me of stitches as well. And would you believe the little acorn topper off here was just perfect for creating this kind of faux stitched leaf effect. So you know, if you've ever done embroidery and you've tried to kind of create a leaf with satin stitch, then this is kind of the effect, isn't it? So that's what we're going to be trying today, everybody. Embroidery inspired stamping. Right, I need to sneeze. Oh, right. Hopefully that's out my system. Right, one does need a pencil if you're going to follow my handy dandy tips and tricks. And the pencil is needed just to draw some circles on your cardstock. Then of course you do need the stamps, and I mainly use this lovely little leaf here. And then this one here was useful as well. So we'll start with those, and then I'll branch out and show you a few more tips and tricks with these ones. So I love to show how one stamp set can go super duper fast. So I will put a link in the description box below of the other videos that I've done using Beautiful Friendship. I'm just trying to find a post-it note to remind myself what I've said I'm going to share with you. So Beautiful Friendship videos. I'm going to write that down. Okay. And then the other thing I've done recently is, when a lot of you do ask me, what colours did you use, and you know, what stamp sets, and I usually put a list in the description box below. Well, because obviously I am trying to sell Stampin' Up products here, and to make it easier for anybody who would wish to purchase, what I actually do now is create a link that links to my Artful Stampin shop, and if you click on that link you will then see everything listed, okay? But you also have the added option, if you so choose, to add items to your basket. Now this can only happen if you live in France, Germany, Austria, Holland or the UK. Okay, so that's the only proviso. However, the list is there. Now, I was discussing with someone earlier and said I realise though that in about 3 or 4 years' time, some of the things that I've shared or listed, they might not be selling them anymore. So I think I will add at the bottom of the description the actual listing. But I'm not going to tell anybody apart from you lot who've watched this video. So I'm just telling you now because I'm, you know, chatting away to you, but I think that's my cunning plan. Anyway, we'll see if it works. Right, let's see what you guys are all wittering about. I'll just say hello to all you guys on the live. So skip ahead if you don't want to listen to this bit. If you want to get straight to the stamping. Hello. Right, I'll work backwards. Christine, Gray, Glenna, Janine, Kelly. Janine's moving to the UK. Janine, you know you want to. Deborah, Wendy, Vicky. Sheila, Judy, Glenna, Denise, Martina, Cindy, Liz, Deborah. Deborah! Deborah's early. Don't believe it. Beverly Mika. Hi, darling. Hi, Linda, Denise, Christine Morgan, Melanie. Wow, loads of people. Linda Yamakoto. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Hi, Diane. Hi, Mary. Hi, Amanda. Great to have you all. Can't my husband just visit? Yeah, sure. And there's always Zoom, Janine. There's always Zoom. Right, so this little leafy stamp here. Has anybody done this with this before? I'm quite proud of myself discovering this. So what you do is you've got your 2 circles. So if you want to recreate these circles, I'll just tell you what they measure. That is 7/8-ish. Nearly 2.5 centimetres by 5. That's one's 5 centimetres. Anyway, it doesn't really matter what size you end up with. It's just a little bit of a guide, to be honest. And so what it is that you just use that as your little bit of a guide to kind of go round in a circle. To be honest, you probably don't even need the bigger circle. I just, in my head, I think because I saw people using these double circles to help them with embroidery, I just thought that's what I need to do. But really, the reason you need it in embroidery is because you're doing it you're creating the petal by hand, whereas the stamp is already set, isn't it, what size it is, so you don't actually need it. So don't do what I've done. You probably only need to create 1 circle. Glenna loves this already. Oh, good. And it kind of looks a little bit like a sunflower, I would say. This does. So there we go. Oh, don't know what happened then. Didn't ink that one up very well. Go again. I'm trying to make an effort to use the corners of my ink pads because I'm finding that they go a bit odd, some of these ink pads, if you don't use the corners. Okay, now I want to do something nifty now. I forgot I wanted to show you this. I'm just going to clean my stamp off because, watch this, I'm going to go in with the petal pink here. So this is petal pink and I'm going to go around the... Now you see, this is where I do need that inner circle. So it's the inner circle I need, not the outer. Go with, to guesstimate this one. I think it's about there. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so I'm going to go round with the peach. I'll try and do this as quick as possible. I'm on speed stamping now. I should have had a coffee, shouldn't I? Okay, then come in with the orange and just go just inside it. Look at this. This creates this beautiful, almost dahlia or dahlia-like flower. Or chrysanthemum, doesn't it? I think it reminds me of that kind of flower. Then you get your magenta madness. Ooh. Look at this, look at this. And then you go, and then you just, all you're doing is pretty much pivoting it around that base of the petals. And look how gorgeous that is. Woohoo, look at that. Right, and then for the center of this one, you can get your magenta madness again for that, you know, that one that we usually do as the center of the big flower. And look, you can just do this, and you kind of got to think of it in quarters, okay, because it's pretty much nearly a right angle here. So, and then you can just do a bit of stamping off if you want to. How gorgeous is that as a center? Oh, pretty. Show off, gorgeous. What, showing off with my speed stamping? Right. There we go. Right, that's one done. Right, I want to show you a few more yet. I know, should we stick to sort of the peaches and oranges with the flowers of this one? Okay, I want to show you another one. So, we'll go for, I'll just shut this one down because I don't need this one right now. I'll go for orange, I think, on this one. So this is the double bloom. And so can you see, I don't know if you guys can see the circle mark there. There we go. So we've got the circle mark there. So I'm kind of aiming the edge of the flowers to that circle mark. So I'm just doing that. So I am kind of like lining up the first inking with the edge of the first inking of that one there. I probably didn't need to ink the stems, but never mind, I've done it now. There we go. Right, I should try that again without doing the stems, shouldn't I? Right, I'm missing comments. I have one more geometry class to teach today. I'm writing a quiz while I watch Ruth. Well, this is geometry, isn't it, Kelly? Oh, I know, right? IKR, yes. It's very American, Martina. I know, right? Christmas colours. Oh, what? You want Christmas colours? Eek. Well, I'm thinking, what about I do a Christmas video a week? I am thinking of trying to plan a bit of a schedule. So I've got Masculine Mondays and One Sheet Wonder Wednesdays. I'm thinking of sticking to that. And then I wanted to maybe do one day of the week. I could do Christmas. And then one day of the week do Inspired By. So it's something that is not necessarily inspired by stamping, but inspired by another art form. So I will just keep a lookout on Pinterest, or I don't know, when I'm shopping or looking at magazines, or I don't know, whatever, on the internet. I will find something to be inspired by to do something. That's all right, Martina. We've got some good translators on here, so it's fine. There we go. So there's another Little, I don't know what flower that is. I've just made that up. That's my own invention, that flower. Okay. And then we can do some cool, like sunburst type ones. So I'm going to bring in maybe the magenta now. And this one here. This good old favourite. Thank you, Alexandrina. So should we just go around in a circle here? Again, I don't know why I did the two, but anyway, it's only pencil, and the great thing is it will rub off very easily. And I was thinking about this the other day. Why is it I can rub off pencil and the ink doesn't come off? And of course, duh, it's because the ink soaks into the card, and the pencil is graphite, isn't it? So it's down, it sits on the top. Oh, right, now I know what. I want a smaller version of that. So if I just ink, look, I'm gonna. Oh, I know what. Let me draw out a little bit. I'm a bit too close up. There we go. If I just ink up that and leave that little bottom bit, we don't need that bit just yet. Oh, actually, if I ink it up by the corner, right, let me just show you this nifty trick. So if you ink it up in the corner, it means that you've already got a bit of a point of ink there. Just got to remember where you, right, okay, so I ink to that point there. So it means that you're not got your whole image inked up. So you can do a smaller rotation. Hope that makes sense. So you get the dark pink going into the lighter pink there. I suppose if you want, you could have something darker in the middle, I guess. You could use this if you want to, just to add more. That just helps darken it up in the middle. There we go. Right, that's quite fun, isn't it? It's just a lovely textured bit of froth. I think it'd be nice just, though, to have some little sort of flowers. So let's just do some smaller ones. You can tell I didn't really plan this, I just thought of it. So let's just kind of create a flower from this little leaf set there. So let's do that again up here. Okay, oh, probably maybe one up here as well. Okay. And what was the other way I was making flowers? Oh, I wondered whether I could make one like have that as the petals. I might test that out though. I don't want to do it on here. Should we do another sunbursty one? Actually, I haven't done one using the tri-leaf, this one. I haven't done one with that yet. Pinwheel flower. Ah, okay. Why are we so close to the paper, says Denise. Yeah, sorry, Denise. I forgot. I zoomed in and then it wasn't working so well. Get the orange. Let's get this one out. Right, let's see what it's like with the 3. I've not done this before, guys, so you see, you're watching it here now. So it's remembering to pivot at the point where the leaves meet is kind of the crucial thing. Okay, I quite like that. That seems to work. I wonder if we could put something in the middle. What about just that small blodge? Blodge? Splodge. Oh, that's sweet. Who said that? My grandmother used to embroider these kind of flowers on church purses. Oh. There we go. That's all one needed. A little splodge in the centre. There we go. Right, let's do... I think we need to do another one of these pinwheely type ones. Should we do one of those? But just one on its own. You know what? I'm a bit scared of not using the circle. I just need it. Just a bit of a comfort, you know. A comfort outline. It does help having the circle there, just as a bit of a guideline so that you don't waver off too much. Obviously it doesn't matter if you go off it a little bit, it's just a guide, but it just helps a little bit there. And I'm going to do the same as before, just ink up an area of it, not the whole lot. Oops, I inked up the wrong bit then. So the only thing about this technique is because we're multiple stamping, I mean, whew, it does take a little bit more time, but I hope you can see that the results are really fun. And of course, there's no reason why you can't just go in there and then stamp, you know, some of these other stamps normally. Let's see what a rose would look like in there. Oh, it looks perfectly beautiful. There we go. Have a little cluster there. That seems to work okay, doesn't it? Right, now we can bring in some of the blue and the green. We are meant to be using blue and green in this, but I think I'm going to play it safe and go with the green to start off with, and then I'm going to decide whether or not I want the blue. Right. What did Helen say? I like which one? The one in the bottom left. Oh, this one. Cool. Right, so there's, again, no reason why you can't just use these leaves as you would normally, as leaves, rather than creating a flower. So, you know, as I said, it's about being inspired by something. It doesn't mean you have to be kind of slave to it. You just use it as a jumping off point, and then you kind of make it your own as you play with it and figure out how your stamps work together. So, oh, what happened to that? Didn't ink it up properly. Okay. Then let's just use this one as it is. Oh, there we go. Right, now I'm eager to get a little bit of texture in the background now. But let's rub up the pencil marks, because that will just help us to see it all. I've got some splotches there by accident. We'll ignore those. I know, I said to someone earlier, this is the sort of thing that Esther would have come up with, but I've come up with it first. So, no. Sorry, for those of you who don't realise, Esther is my sister and she has a YouTube channel called Stampin' Star Creations. So it's all very amicable banter between the two of us. Also remember, the more pencil lines you do, the more rubbing out you have to do. My arm's getting a nice workout. Okay, there we go. Oh, glad you like my made up flowers, Vanessa. Is this reminding you of some of that embroidery I used to do? Okay, see, I can't help it, but I feel like it needs some texture now. So this is where I'll bring the blue in. So we've got, as part of this colour scheme, balmy blue. It's balmy, not balmy. Balmy with an L. Right. So this is where you can hide your mistakes now. You can go, oh dear, that needs covering up. Let's cover that up. So let's get some of this on here. So this is the gold foil laser cut. Forever foil laser. Oh, I must have used a different colour on there before. Oh dear, don't do what Ruth does. Give your foil a bit of a clean. I might just turn it upside down to use. Oh, see? Esther had to come in and comment, didn't she? She could not stay away. There's no getting away from Glenna today. Is Glenna stalking us? Esther's ears were pricking up. Okay, I'm so much more happier now. Now it's got a little bit of texture in the background. And this is just such a simple technique to do it. Right, I feel like I've got a little bit of an empty space there. So I'm just going to pop some leaves there. It's balmy. Yeah, B-A-L-M-Y. Not balmy. I'm balmy. This is balmy. Okay, right. That was my first little proper play on Stampin' Up! Cardstock with this kind of inspired by embroidery technique. So the other stamp set that I wanted just to show you that I thought would be fun to play with is this one here, because there are some really lovely solid elements to this, and that one there makes a great leaf. So I will show you what I was playing with. Now, granted, I only did this in Balmy Blue, so it would be interesting to sort of play with this a bit more with other colours. And I used Love of Leaves, this one here. Okay, just for some aspects, particularly the smaller leaves. But what I'd like to do is focus on perhaps this one, Beautiful Autumn, and mixing it with the Peace and Joy, because to me that reminds me of stitching. These, and oh, I want to see if that repeated by twisting it will make a nice embroidery effect. So let's see if that works. What did you say? I recently did a video and called it Bashful Blue. Oh yes, that is a blast from the past. That's before my time even, I think. Oh dear, dropping things. What did I just drop? Okay, so get my pencil just to help with some guidelines. I'm not sure if I'll use this whole sheet because it might be a little bit labour intensive, but we'll start and see what happens. Just do 3 circles there. Let's start that, and then we'll oh yes, and there's also this great little stamp here. So let's swap that one out for that one. And I wouldn't mind having a play with this one to see if that makes a nice flower. Actually, probably don't need it on such a big block. Swap with that one. Okay, let's just get started and see what happens. So I've got this kind of teardrop shape, so that's quite kind of like obviously like a flower, isn't it? Oops. But again, this is kind of labour intensive. So this is the sort of stamping that you would do if you just need to escape. You know, it's very relaxing and it's very therapeutic. Okay, so that's one type of flower you could have. Then this is the pine cone. So let's see what else, what one can do with this one. Oops, didn't stamp that properly. Okay, so that makes a bigger flower. No surprise there, really. So let's see how this works by rotating it ever so slightly. Oops. Okay, it's a fun little starbursty type thing. Let's see what it looks like with a small one. Okay, cute enough. Just needs like a little blob in the centre, doesn't it? Which I don't think there is anything that's just like a blob that could be put in the centre of these from this stamp set. But from Beautiful Friendship we have got that nice blob that could go in the middle. Turn the bigger leaf with the point out. Yes, that would work as well, Vanessa. There we go, a few little blobs. Right, so with it the way outwards creates a whole different type of flower. So if you're worried about your spacing, do one or two opposite each other and then kind of do it at the thirds. Oops. And that creates, so those ones and those ones are using the same ones. Right, now this is what I found fun, was to use the, what I call the wheat sheaf, the wheat looking one, as base. And then so I don't know, have it going out like that. Then stamping this one right at the top like that, and then have it kind of like coming down the side of it. So using the line of that one to help guide where you're going to stamp the others. So who has this stamp set, the Beautiful Autumn one? Okay. I mean, if you got confident, you probably don't even need to use that outline, but you could kind of create a tri-leaf. Like that. That's quite nice. Oh, and then what I really wanted to show you was how to, with the acorn. Now this, I would recommend you do need to have a little bit of a pencil line for this, because you need to have something to sort of follow. And then you kind of do that up. Oop. I've gone off my own lines, but never mind. Then work your way back down. Oh, not too far off my lines. There we go. So that creates this kind of like lovely leafy, sorry, stitched effect. I wonder what it'd be like with that in the middle. Oh no, it's all going in the wrong direction. I wonder if you could use that as your layout one actually. Let's have a see. Let's see if that works. So let's see. So if we start at the top, that one there, and that one. Oh, that helps actually. Having that little wheat thing. Sorry, I'm going a bit fast now, so I'm not being so precise, but yeah. So it creates almost like a bit of a palm looking one there. Okay. Oh, then I wanted to try making a flower with this one. So I've ended up using all orange on here. So this is more of a tester sheet, really. Where's my... Okay. Let's see, make one of these. Oh, this is quite chrysanth-like again, isn't it? I get confused. Because there's 3 leaves to look at. I'm thinking, what am I lining up with what? But anyway, it sort of works. I think the motto is just keep stamping. I like that. I really like how that's turned out. That one's really quite fun. It's a bit more organic looking than this one's almost like more regimented, but because these leaves have got a beautiful curl in them already, that actually works out really well. Okay, so that works. Oh, I wonder if we could do like a little fun little cluster in the centre of that now. Maybe not. Oh well, had to try it. You know what, I want to try it in the pink. Let's try it in the pink, see what that looks like. Let's put that away. Okay. This is going to be nice. I like it. What happens if you add another layer around the outside? Oh, Vanessa, I think the world might just kind of like implode on itself if I do that. Oh wow, I got to go so away. Oh. See you, Wendy. I know you've got this stamp set. So I think Wendy's going to be playing with this one. That's gorgeous. I think now we just have to make the universe just kind of like absolutely blow up now. Whew, tell you what, my arm is getting a good workout. I want to go around this one now. I tell you what, don't look away too long from this video because, you know, whole galaxies might appear. That is fun, isn't it? That's gorgeous. Whoo-wee, right. Now what's the other thing that I've played with? I put it the sheet with all the blue ones on it. I think I dropped it. Oh, don't know where it's gone now. Okay. So that was that one. So there is the line drawing version. That one. That might be fun just to see what happens if we do multiples of that one. Yes, that would look lovely, Melanie. It reminds me of the sort of thing that Laura Basson would do. I don't know if you guys follow Laura Basson. She is super duper into colour. You know, if you love colourful stuff, then do watch her. And she's very funny as well. She makes her voiceovers are hilarious. She has these quirky little sayings that she says. That's quite sweet, isn't it? It's just very different kind of feel to it, but very, very sweet. This little leaf as well creates a nice little texture. Yeah, like a spider chrysanthemum, isn't it? Yep. Cute. Right. I don't know. I think. Shall we do what we thought? What we said earlier? What could we do? We could do Blackberry Bliss, couldn't we? Going into the magenta, and then I'm probably not going to use this for anything. This was kind of like a bit of a play, really. But I like the idea of doing a really big flower that then would just go on a card. Like one great big flower. Shall we end on that, shall we? Your inspiration particles. We've gone to outer space, we have. Okay. Esther, honestly, that word could have turned out as anything, couldn't it, really? Let's face it, if you hadn't got predictive text. Oh, bird of paradise flower. Oh, can someone try doing that one? So the trickiest thing to this technique is making sure that your angle, the angle of your stamp is kind of following the trajectory of the flower. So you've just got to keep making sure that you know where the center of the flower is and where everything is pointing out from. Okay, that's the best way to kind of do it. Okay, so purple, pink. Should we go Flirty Flamingo? Okay. So this is now where I miss having Grapefruit Grove, because that would have been a nice direction to take it. But I think I'm going to go Calypso Coral, go towards the oranges. Just make sure my stamp is cleaned off. A little fibre stuck to it, that's why it's making these splodgies. So if that happens, just take a moment to clean off your stamp. Sometimes a little fibre might have got attached itself to your stamp and it's, what's the word, distorting the colour. Oh, that's coming out. Ooh, fun, fun. Okay. Have you felt that tingle over your scalp, Martina? That's another feeling as well. So everyone's going to be looking out for on their stamp sets now for something that's fairly solid, leaf-like. So if you don't have this stamp but have got Beautiful Friendship, I'm sure you could just do this with that leafy stamp. Okay, just keep going, just keep stamping. I guess what you could do is actually just turn the paper as you go. That's the other option. If you have a Stamparatus, you could maybe do it on there and just keep turning your paper. I say, Martina. Okay, yellow. Should we finish off with the yellow? Yes, it does look a little bit like a mandala. Hi, Janice. Yeah, but a little more freeform. Mandalas tend to be very strict, don't they? I have thought of using stamps to create a mandala-like effect. My only fear is that once you make a mistake, that's it, really. Because they are so symmetrical and uniform. Oops. Okay. Fun. So, I mean, I could would suggest actually you cut that in half, cut through that flower, and you use half and half. You know, that would create a fabulous, fun card with a great big sentiment across it. You know, just fabulous. Let's see if I've got the measurements to do it. Oh yeah, I wonder if you could put your stamping mat on a turntable. That would be good. Oh, I love it when it happens. Just by accident. Exactly the size I need. Just cut a little bit off the top. There we go. Beautiful. Right, I think I'm going to stop there. I can't look the cutting. Glenna, it's worked. It's fine. It is fine. I keep meaning to buy more sentiment stamps. I'm terrible for sentiments. There we go. Right. Well, there we go, guys. Go forth and stamp. Let's just bring back what I did earlier. So that was the first little play. This is with Beautiful Friendship. I don't think I used anything but Beautiful Friendship on this one. And I used the gold laser cut speciality paper. So this is in towards the back of the catalogue, or it's in the Forever Fern. Sorry, yeah, is it called Forever Fern? No, Forever Greenery Suite. Yeah, that's, you can find that, and it's part of a big sheet. You have to cut it down a bit if you want to create that background, but you could use it with a stamp if you've got a texture stamp or whatever. So, oh wow, says Janet. Oh, did you just joined after I started, Janice? So this is what you can do then with a Beautiful Friendship. It's up to you if you want to create yourself a little template, maybe get some cardstock and cut some circles out for yourself so that you can draw some circles just to help be a guide. I would recommend that. I mean, for those of you who've watched me for a while, you know that I've been stamping a long time. However, I still found it really helpful to have the guide. So, you know, that was helpful. Esther says she channeled her inner Janice tonight. Oh, lovely. Yes, I saw a bit of Esther's video and I think I'm just going to steal her idea. I like that trifold card. Oh, thank you, Monica. Oh, you sweetheart. Thank you. Just want to add a centre to that one there. Just a little bit of Mango Melody. And, of course, if you want to join in the SU Colour Challenge... I don't know, Esther, if you can go and grab the link quickly for me. The SU Colour Challenge is up and running. So these were September's colours. And they are super duper fun. Super duper. Really, really fun. So I'll go over the colours again with you. Where's the blue gone? Oh no, it's not the blue I need, it's the orange. Mango, there it is. Right. I have to put these in order, you know what I'm like. Right, so Granny Apple Green, Balmy Blue, Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. Hi Heather. No, don't worry, not too well, you are a bit late, but you can watch the replay. So thank you, Monica, for your super chat. So just do remember, guys, if you do support me via super chat or PayPal, or you are my customer. Sorry, I'm just trying to go out a bit. Ah, come on. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to send you on a roller coaster ride. I will send a video, an exclusive video for next month. I haven't had a chance to reshoot my other one for August, but that's on my to-do list. So, Heather in Nova Scotia, great to have you with us. So, okay, so any more questions about this one? It was beautiful friendship. Have I told you again it was beautiful friendship? Again, for those of you who followed me for a while, you know how much I love that stamp set. Okay, and then we had a little bit of a play. So I had a play with the different elements of beautiful autumn, and looked how we could use these for creating flowers as well. I mean, it's a gorgeous stamp set for leaves, goes without saying, but it is useful to see how you can use elements of it. It's not that one. These bits here for creating leaves here, and this spectacular flower. Who knew? And then we made that one with it. How super fun was that? So the colours used for that are, because I know you'll ask me, somebody will ask me in the future, and I'll go, oh, help. I don't remember. Blackberry Bliss, followed by Magenta Madness, Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral, Mango Melody, and then Daffodil Delight. Okay, so that was the... Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Yes, please. Thank you, guys. I have a couple of spaces left for Friday's class. It's going to be a Getting Messy one. So if you're interested, I do have a couple of spaces left. It's at 9 o'clock on Friday night. You need to have shimmer white cardstock, a heat tool, a cloth, a spritzer, and stamps and inks. And a waterproof, like it's either a silicone mat or a multimedia mat or glass or whatever. Just something to protect your surface. Right, thank goodness you have beautiful friendship. I know, Martina. You're going to be stamping all night now, aren't you? So, there we go. Thank you, Bev. Thank you. Right. Yes, I enjoyed it too. I love it when an idea comes together. When, you know, I see something and think, oh, will it work? And then have a little play and it does work. So, but also just to say that sometimes these videos, although I sometimes come on and just play and it looks like perfect without me having to think about it. Sometimes what happens is prior to that, this happens. Okay. So, you know, I have to practice. I have to kind of figure things out. I have to make mistakes and go, okay, that looks yuck, that colour scheme. And so that just hopefully I'm showing you this so that to give you inspiration and encouragement to say, actually, it's okay to have an idea and just to try it. Okay. And you see, half of the stuff on here I won't do again, but that worked. That, you see, that's the one I did first, and I went, oh no, I shouldn't have stamped the pink in there, so I did the orange. That worked. That's all right-ish. You know, that, meh. So, just keep playing, okay? Just play. Yeah, just play. Right. Lots of love to you all, and see you tomorrow, God willing, for One Sheet Wonder Wednesday. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.